In this video, I'll be talking about the secret power of the subconscious mind. And have you thought of these things before? Do you know that anytime you are sleeping, a certain part of your body leaves, and that is why you dream and see yourself doing something somewhere else? Have you ever thought of why you sometimes go against your own will and do things against what you want to really do, but you can't stop it? For example, you see someone smoking, and on every cigarette smoke, it writes there clearly that smoking causes lung cancer. Smoking can kill you. It is not good for your health. But they see it and still smoke. I don't know who you are, but if you can be frank with yourself, you will confirm to me that there are certain things that you do that you don't want to actually do them. So for example, there are some people, they are always late for every occasion. There are some people, they want to wake up very early and do a certain, maybe for example, you want to wake up early to read, you want to wake up early to pray, but you will never wake up at the time you want. Every day you want to wake up early and go about your daily activities, but you are not able to get up early. Okay, that's just one of them. Have you also thought of the fact that the average human being uses only 10% of the potential of their brain? The average person uses 10%. In fact, those who uses 20, 30% or 50% are the ones who have outstanding achievements that everyone gets to know about them. People like Albert Einstein, people like Thomas Edison, people like Isaac Newton. They are the people who use just a little above 10% of the potential of their brain. And do you know that the wealth of the top 1% is more than the accumulative wealth of the remaining 99%? Have you ever thought of this before? 1% of the global population, their wealth accumulatively is more than the remaining 99% combined. Have you ever thought of this before? Do you know that your destiny is controlled by the subconscious mind and can determine who you become? These are very interesting questions. Napoleon Hill once said, the subconscious mind would does not make a distinction between constructive and destructive thought impulses, and it works with the information we feed it, and it will translate a thought driven by fear into reality, just as it will translate a thought driven by faith or courage. So in this video, I want us to go into detail to understand what exactly the subconscious mind is and how it works. So someone may ask, what exactly is the subconscious mind? Now, the subconscious mind forms part of what we call the mind. And what is the mind? The mind is that part of the body that helps us to be conscious of our environment and to be aware of the things happening around, and it helps us to make decisions, to think, to decide. So that is the mind. Now, every human being is made up of what we call a tripartite being. What do I mean by a tripartite being? Every human being is made up of the physical body, the soul, and the spirit. What is the physical body? The physical body is the most common one that we all know and understand. The physical body is a physical part of us which helps us to live on this earth, because on this earth, if you don't have a physical body, you can't live. That is why spiritual beings cannot live on this physical earth. They can't live because this earth was created for physical beings. So the physical body is made up of the 5 senses, and that is the body and the 5 senses: the sense of hearing, the sense of smell, the sense of touch, the sense of taste, and the sense of seeing or sight. You see, that's the physical body, and it's the body that collect the information and sends it into the inner part of us, which that is the soul. Now, there is a very thin line between the soul and the spirit. What is the soul? The soul is made up of the mind, the will, and our emotions. Our mind, our will, and our emotions. I'll further go deeper into what the mind is composed of. But when we talk about the mind, as I said earlier, the mind is the part that helps us to make decisions. It also has an unconscious part, which we will delve into more later. Now, we also talk about the will. The will is that part that helps us to make a very conscious decision that I want to do this or I don't want to do it. And the will is very powerful. Unfortunately, a lot of people give in the power of the will because of some habits they have developed over time. Then we talk about our emotions. The emotions are our feelings, what we feel. And in fact, sometimes you say, oh, I feel like doing this, I feel like doing that. That is the feeling. The feeling forms is part of the emotions. So our emotions, our mind, our will is what forms the soul. Then we go into the spirit. The spirit is that part of our body, in fact, that part of us as a human being that helps us to connect or to link to God. Now, the spirit is the real you. In fact, the spirit doesn't die. And that is why someone may die. Yes, when you die, you disappear from this physical earth, but you still live somewhere else. So the spirit is the real you that forms a connection with God. Now, the most important part that I want us to go into details today is the soul, which is further made up of the mind, the will, and the emotions. Now, these things are very interconnected and they are the center of your decisions and everything you do in this world. They form center of the decisions and everything you do in this world. Now, what is the mind? I earlier on said that the mind is the part that helps us to make conscious decisions and is divided into the conscious and the subconscious. So that's where I want to delve into. The conscious part of the mind is the mind that is responsible for conscious activities such as thinking, making decisions, analyzing things. That is the conscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind is the part of the mind that is responsible for unconscious activities such as sleeping, such as breathing. So when you are breathing, when you are sleeping, when you are blinking, you do them unconsciously. It happens without thought or without planning. That is the subconscious mind. Now, the most important thing for you to know is that anything that is in your subconscious mind will control you and you will do that particular thing automatically without knowing. What do I mean? For example, all the habits, everything you do in this world that is habitual is controlled by the subconscious mind. So for example, let's say you see a certain thing. For example, you see that sometimes you dream of certain things. Let's say you watch a movie, especially when you watch, let's say, a scary movie. Everything that happens in the movie, when you sleep, you will dream about it. Now, let's say that you have a friend who smokes, but you don't smoke. But you see the friend and you always say, oh, me, I will never smoke. But you follow the person. You don't smoke, but you are always with the person smokes, and you see it. Anything that you see over and over and over and over and over again, when it gets into your mind and your subconscious mind finally stores it and accepts it, I tell you, you begin to do it automatically. That is why you see someone who will be following someone and says, I don't want to smoke, I will not smoke, but the person ends up smoking without knowing. That is why you may be doing something. In fact, at the first sight, when you say you won't do it, your conscious mind is the one that makes the decision that you will not do this particular thing. However, when the conscious mind receives that information over and over and over and over and over and over again and stores it in the subconscious mind, when it is finally stored in your subconscious mind, it will manifest in physical form. That is why someone will be stealing and cannot stop stealing. The person can't stop because the stealing has grabbed control of his or her subconscious mind to such an extent that he cannot stop it. That is why someone will be having a certain bad habit. As I mentioned, one of them, the most popular, let's say someone is smoking. let's put smoking aside. Let's say someone is into porn. The person watches porn and cannot stop. You know what? The person has watched the porn over and over and over again, that is now stored in the subconscious mind. And you know, it is chemical dependent. Anytime you do any of say any habitual activity that you do that gives you happiness, you know, when you do that particular action, it releases a chemical called dopamine from your brain into the parts of the body. That's why you have that kind of feeling, sensation that makes you feel happy. So when that particular thing happens, it is controlled by chemicals, and you cannot stop it because it has grabbed control of your subconscious mind. Now, not only bad habit. If you want to develop any good habit, there are certain processes that you have to follow, and the key thing is that you have to do that particular thing over and over and over and over and over and over again till it is grabbed, or the subconscious mind grabs hold of it, and you will do it unconsciously without thought. The subconscious mind is so powerful that it can determine who you become. It can determine your destiny. It can determine everything that you do in this world, and whether you become a successful or an unsuccessful person. That is why I want you to take very important notice of your subconscious mind. Be very conscious of the activities you do and all that. If not, you will end up becoming someone that you don't really want to become. Now, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and like this video. I promise you, all those that are subscribers to this channel or follow this channel, you can never be an ordinary person, because I put information that are uncommon and information that will put you far ahead of your colleagues. So subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this video. It will help other people. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the tips or what you need to do in order to use your subconscious mind to achieve the goals that you want to achieve in life. Okay, so see you in the next video. You can check the link in the description for my next video. Check the link in the description, or you can check the link above.